recap video from week 2 of Beginner Jazz Dance in February of 2020. So you'll notice I didn't make you one for last week because you did exactly the same material as week 1 of January, so you can refer to the January 4th Beginner Jazz video on our YouTube channel for everything that you learned in week 1. So our theme this week was breaks. Both moves that are called breaks and just hitting the breaks in the music. So our first exercise that we did was doing 3/8 of a thing and then doing 1/8 of a different thing. And we were using jazz music that has this kind of 4/8 phrase structure. There are some other structures, but this is the one that we were working with within the context of this class. So our first combo that we did was 3 fall off the logs and then 1 jazz square. So that was 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? And going back into our jazz squares. And we talked about the important transition between those two things was that our jazz squares have something happening on every single beat, or sorry, our fall off the logs have something happening on every single beat, and our jazz squares have something only happening on every other beat. So you have to slow your momentum down so you don't speed through your jazz square. Then the next thing that we did was we taught you a move called a full break. And this is called a full break because it takes a full 8 counts. It looks like step, touch, walk, 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 which leaves your right foot free at the end. We don't just march in place though. We go step, touch, back, back, forward, forward. So from the side, step, touch, back, back, forward, forward. And we mixed our lulls, which was a move from last week, with these, which also makes this the first phrase of the Shim Sham, if you know the Shim Sham. So we have 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Of course, we just went back into lulls because we were repeating the phrase, but obviously the Shim Sham goes into something different there. And then we did half breaks, and half breaks are 4 counts long, hence being called half breaks. And so you tend to do 2 of them in a row to take out those 8 counts. We did those with our fall off the logs. So a half break, we kind of jump forward onto the right foot, we jump back onto the left foot, and then we go kick, ball change. So that's right, left, right, left. Step, kick, back, front. We talked about making your ball change back, front versus muddy in the middle because you're very likely going to end up split weight there. So really work for forward, back, kick, back, forward, back, kick, back, forward. And you can make it smaller, right? Shoot, bop, ba-da, shoot, bop, ba-da. But really commit your weight to the right foot, commit your weight to the left foot, kick, and we want a small kick, right? We're not lifting the knee, right? A lot of us are still kind of lifting the knee and doing a little Chuck Norris there. We just want to flick the foot, ball change. So it's actually a lot less big movements than people are kind of making it look like. And what makes it look big is just adding arms and kind of swimming with the body versus giant steps, right? So we want to keep everything small. We also talked about that our ball change doesn't have a big level change, right? So our ball change doesn't go, right? We don't want to create that movement with our ball change. We should be able to kick, ball change, kick, ball change, kick, ball change, and keep most of this stuff pretty even versus kick, kick, yeah? So that's a good thing to practice with a mirror so you can really see what your body is actually doing. So our pattern that we did was 3 fall off the logs and then 2 half breaks. So we did 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8, back into our fall off the logs. So we also talked about, again, that's a fast transition, right? 8, 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 just pop up into that 8, right? You don't have any time to wait. And then we did half breaks with a lock turn. So a lock turn is when we have our foot crossed over, and we talked about that when my foot is crossed over, there's actually space between my feet versus this, right? If you lock up your feet like this, it's going to be very hard to turn. If you leave a little bit of space between them, right, then you're going to actually be able to move. So I have my right foot across and a little bit in front of my left foot. Most of my weight is on my right foot. Like my left foot has a little bit of weight in it just because it's kind of like a kickstand, but I'm not split weight in between the feet, right? I should be able to move that left foot pretty easily. I send my arms out to the right. I use the weight of my arms to spin me around and make a 360-degree turn. Other thing that I do here is, since my weight is on the right at the beginning, halfway through, I just shift it to my left foot so that when I come around, I'm ready to do whatever. And that also prevents me from kind of ending up about here and not being able to turn anymore. So a half break with a lock turn looks like 8, 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we talked about it's kind of fun to jump into the 4 because it kind of 8, 1, 2, and 3, ha! And then you turn around. Like it's a fun little thing. So you have kind of 5 through 7 to turn all the way around. Also, 8, 1, 2, and 3, 4. I'm already starting to turn my body even when I hop into that, like I've already created an angle, so I have less work to do to get around. And so our pattern with that was, again, fall off the logs into half break turn. For brevity's sake, I'm not going to do all 3 8 counts of fall off the logs this time. I'm going to do the last set. 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And going back into our lock turns. And then we talked about the tap version of the full break. So you can always do the easy version, right? The one we learned at the beginning of class where we just walk, right? Because all the beats are even. It's a little easier to kind of keep control of. But if you're looking to kind of like level up your full break, we did the tap version, which the rhythm of this is uneven, and so you just kind of have to sing it to yourself rather than counting it. So it is step, tap, hop, down, out, in, right? And so your in should happen on the 7, so you could do anything else on the 8 with the right foot. Step, tap, hop, down, out, in, into whatever comes next. So it's good practice to get into the habit of doing something with that right foot at the end so that you don't just like down, out, in, dead in the water on both feet, right? So you want to have your weight cheated over to the left when you land. And then you guys blew through my board of stuff. So we also did some eagle slides at the end of class just for something challenging and fun that also involves a lot of kickball changes. So this looked like kick, ball change, step, slide, step, kick, ball change, lock, turn, right? So with numbers 8 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8. So it's a faster lock turn than the one that we do when we do it with a half break. And talked about that you are scooting forward when you lift your knee. So it's kind of like what you would do if you were skipping, right? But you only do it once. And a good mental sound effect for that moment is huh, right? Huh. So kick, ball change, step, huh, step, kick, ball change, turn around, right? So that was everything that we covered in class. Look forward to seeing you guys this Thursday for some more fun stuff. Thanks a lot.